Hey, this is Sean. Welcome to our Saturday night live special. This is the second live of today. I'm here. Look, I'm here. I know you can barely see me, but I'm here. I'm on the road, and we have some important discussions, some important topics to discuss. Wherever you are in the world, hopefully you're having a great day. If you're working, hopefully you're having a good shift, and please be safe out there, whatever you do. What does being safe mean? Well, that entails concentrating on officer safety, being situationally aware, having a plan when something goes south. Please, guys, be careful. We want all of you guys to go home at the end of the night. So today's topic entails a discussion I had some time ago with one of our subscribers. I'm not going to make any references to who this individual is, but this person reached out, and basically what we know is that he was assaulted at the post, and there was no backup. There was no backup at all. Backup was nowhere to be found. Instead of asking if this security officer is okay, this person gets criticized for their performance, and the manager or the supervisor at that point in time doesn't believe that this security officer is capable of holding their own, so to speak. And I am filling in some information. I don't have all the details. And it got this person feeling kind of upset about the situation. I have been on our peer support unit for over a year. I founded the peer support unit where I work at, and we are well trained. We go through some significant amount of training, and we have discussions about our progress. I think we're doing fairly decent right now. We could definitely improve. We don't have the resources that some law enforcement employers have. Like, for example, San Diego Police Department has a model peer support program where they have a dark room or a room where they can just have that minute that they need to just relax, turn off their radio, and just decompress in this room. And you have a full-time unit of individuals that really care about each other. A lot of these guys have been through held to back, so to speak. They have completed a lot of challenges, and that includes mental health challenges, and that includes physical challenges as well. So that's what I'm involved in right now. Officer wellness, whether it be private security or law enforcement, it means a lot to me. I really think that there's a negative stigma in private security when it relates to private security getting that peer support that they need. I just don't think it's out there. And traditionally, historically, law enforcement and security, the senior people, the senior employees have frowned upon any type of peer support, and you're basically looked at as somebody that's weak and you're thin-skinned. That's the negative stigma. So I want to discuss, especially those of you who are managers or supervisors in private security. I want to show you a better way on how to treat your people, because I assure you that if you don't treat your people with respect, dignity, and care, they're going to go to another security organization. They're going to go somewhere else that gives a damn about them. Let's speak about the dynamics of assault, right? When you get assaulted, you're battered, you're attacked, it becomes a personalized situation. Yes, we're all professionals, but it's really personalized, and that individual might question their abilities to handle the situation. They're wondering, hey, did I handle this right? Did I not handle this right? I've never told anybody after a critical incident, after they've been assaulted. I never said, hey, you should have done this, you should have done that. No. When I get on scene as a supervisor, as a leader in the security and law enforcement industry, the first words out of my mouth is not what happened. It's, are you okay? Are you sure? Are you okay? That's all you got to do as a supervisor. So you roll up on the scene as a supervisor, you see this dude on the floor, like bloodied out, right? And then you see your security staff like nearby. The first words out of your mouth shouldn't be what the hell happened or what happened, or hey, are we getting this dude some treatment? The first words out of your mouth should be approaching your staff and asking, are you okay? You good? Do you need any medical treatment? You're good? Okay. Give me a second. Then you go to this person who might be in handcuffs, a prisoner, maybe he's detained, and then you ask him, are you okay? But your staff comes first. Even if they're wrong, right? Unless this is something that's truly criminal, even if they're in the wrong, they fail to de-escalate, you still approach them with dignity and respect and ask, are you okay? And after the scene is cleared, smoke is cleared, you follow up. Especially if you're a manager or security supervisor of a unit or law enforcement supervisor, you follow up. When any of my people get injured, not even people on different shifts, not even as a supervisor, guys, as a fellow employee, right? I would visit them at the hospital, even if it's something stupid, like, hey, they got punched in the face, they don't need any stitches, they're just evaluating for concussion, right? Just something like small or minor, I will visit the hospital. I'll just go in there for peer support, right? Because there's nothing worse than having to go through something like this and then you looking around and there's like nobody there. Even if you don't want people there, it's a show that somebody out there cares. And I think employees need that type of that valuation, right? Hey, I value my staff, I value my employees. If that's not there, I guarantee that your staff is going to be leaving. Now, I know a lot of people in corrections, those who've been in security a long time, law enforcement, military, grow some thick skin, right? And that might be true. But the toughest, I've in peer support, and I can't go over details, I've sat with the toughest Marines, right? Toughest soldiers. And when I say soldiers and Marines, I'm talking about that after their tour of duty, most of them combat experience, they get into law enforcement and they get into critical incidents. And I have had the luxury of sitting down with 14 brave individuals who gave their account of what happened. And the toughest guys, like you wouldn't even think, would shed a tear, right? Even these guys need the support. Again, I can't go into detail because there's a lot of confidential information that was disclosed, but the people that you think are toughest need that support from you. And this whole thing about growing thick skin, all this growing thick skin ordeal has led to is workers' compensation claims, workplace injuries that people will never recover from, especially in law enforcement. A lot of these workplace related injuries, workers' comp injuries, these officers retire probably not because of injury, like they can overcome it, but it's the way that they're treated, right? If you're treated with respect and dignity from your superiors, your leaders, so-called leaders, I think you're more inclined to go back to work as soon as possible. You're more inclined to follow that protocol that you're supposed to follow when you're going through physical therapy. But if you don't want to heal, if you really don't want to heal and you're just tired of it, you just want to retire and get out of law enforcement or whatever it is, You can easily do that by not participating 100% in your physical fitness program or your physical therapy program. And that's an arguable statement that I make. Not, it's not everybody, right? Guys, after an incident like this, even if it's something minor, like somebody gets pushed and shoved, right? You don't have to say, like, you don't have to, like, continue on. Are you okay? Are you okay? Because it does get annoying, right? But in a day or two, just send them a text message. Hey, partner, just checking up on you. You good? Hey, you know where you can find me. Just something simple. Like if you don't want to call people, you are a solitary person like me. I use text messages more, right? I'm more of an introvert. But when I know somebody's like might be hurting or I'm not sure, I will give them a call. Guys, even if I don't like you, where I work at, and I don't know I can't think of right now off the top of my head of anybody I don't like, because I think I've hashed out all the differences. But I guess if I didn't like you, I would still call you like 2 days later, even something major. Hey, partner, just checking on you, buddy, check. Are you okay? You good? If not, you got my number and you can reach me. That goes a long way. That goes a long way. If I'm running a security company and one of my employees gets attacked, assaulted, I'm going to try my best to make sure that they're good. It goes a long way. I'm not saying like go to their house. Just send them a simple message, guys. And then you also have email. Hey, send them an email. Hey, just checking on you, making sure you're good. If you need anything, you need like a little errand ran, let me know. Right? Hey, I'll pick up some food for you. Hey, if this is a severe injury, I guess, hey, I'll do your laundry, right? Or I'll get somebody to do it for you. That might be going too far, right? Dirty laundry, you got your intimate clothing, your underwears. But hey, how about food? Like, if this gal or this guy was in the hospital and maybe he or she's providing for the family, right? Hey, is it okay if I stop by the house and I drop off some pizza? I promise you, I won't go inside your house. I'll leave you alone. I'll knock on the door. I'll leave the pizza on the floor and I'll just leave. You good with that? But a lot of people, a lot of security companies don't realize how important that is. A lot of these people that are injured, even if it's a little injury, when they see that you care, they will go miles for you. And let's just say they have a workers' comp injury, right? And they don't want to make a claim. Like, it's something that's going to heal on their own. They are more apt to resolve that claim on their own without filing anything. I'm not encouraging you guys not to file anything. No. I'm just saying that that employee who feels like they're valued are less likely going to put in frivolous claims or put in any type of claim whatsoever. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comment section box below. I'm open ears, guys. I am open ears. And I'd like to know, are you the security officer? Actually, I want to know from you guys. If you're a security officer and you're injured or assaulted, does it make any difference at all if somebody just checks up on you? And I know some people won't comment because they're too proud, or they don't want to remain vulnerable. They don't want to appear vulnerable to anybody. And that's not a problem. Just give me a thumbs up in the video, or a thumbs down, whatever you want. Just let's communicate somehow, right? Or if you want to send me a private email about a situation that you're unhappy with, like today, that's something that happened like 10 years ago, and you have a recommendation for a supervisor or somebody who's going to be a future leader, send me email. Send me email to ssundal@yahoo.com. It's SSUNDAHL@yahoo.com. Or SSUNDAHL at sorry guys, crimebullet.com. CRIMEBULLT.com. Guys, this is my passion. I love talking about mental wellness. That's like my bread and butter. I really like having these types of discussions. I really want to increase awareness in the workplace. I'm just tired of the old half thick skin. I know that there's a place and time for that, absolutely, right? But it gets old. I've been in this line of work since 1998. I can't count my Explorer time, but that's 97. But since 1998, I've been in this line of work, and I've seen where the toughest people need some type of help, or they need some peer support, or just some words of encouragement. You get into an altercation, hey, just checking on you, you did a great job. Right? Even if they, I guess, did a mediocre job, they need some people need some type of valuation from others. They need to know that they're valued. The thick-skinned people were saying, no, they don't. Well, you can't use yourself as a baseline of behavior. You can't say, oh, in this circumstance, I don't want anybody reaching out to me because they don't bother me. I've been doing this job for 20 years or 30 years or 40 years because I don't need the help, or I don't need that communication of valuation. Then this person doesn't, because this person is weak. That is the old thought. It's not worked. When you look at Vietnam, I feel so bad for our veterans who fought in the jungles, right? Vietnam veterans, I think they got it the worst. Maybe World War II, I don't know. I do know Vietnam veterans. They were told to just suck it up. There was no mental health. There was no, let me value your service to the United States. I mean, you would get some service members, veterans, that would be in bars or restaurants, and they would be spat on. They would be criticized for committing these atrocious crimes against children in the jungles of Vietnam or in Vietnam, right? Even though these individuals weren't even the ones, right? It was other ones. They got all this negative stigma. Instead of saying, hey, soldier, good job, like us as civilians, instead of telling them good job, we criticize them as much as possible. And what happened? Over years, they developed PTSD and all kinds of psychological injuries that they're never able to recover from. Never. And we owed it all to ourselves. So guys, that's all I got. Looking forward to your commentary on this topic. Take care.